All right, on to our next topic, which is the difference between your perpetual and periodic inventory systems. So a perpetual inventory system pretty much is what it sounds like. It will continuously update the company's accounting records. Continuously updates companies' records for inventory transactions. Inventory transactions. Right? Because perpetual means to consistently or continuously do something. So the perpetual system will continuously update the company's records for all inventory transactions. So every time we buy inventory, every time we sell inventory. And you guys may have noticed this when you pick up anything at, Target, Walmart, there's that code on the back, that label. The name is UPC code, I think it's called, right? And they scan it. The cashier will scan it. It rings up the sale. Well, if they're using a perpetual system, that merchandiser is not just ringing up the sale, they're also updating their inventory records. They know that now that you've bought that SKU label, they know exactly which inventory has decreased by the 1 unit you sold. Okay, so an advantage is it shows accurate inventory levels. I mean, to the minute. That's what revolutionized Walmart, is they knew exactly how much inventory they had at any moment, and they could place orders with their suppliers to get more as needed. And they didn't have glutted inventory levels because they didn't know what was needed, right? They had a pulse on that data. One of the reasons they were so successful was just managing that inventory. Okay, so big advantage is it provides accurate inventory levels. A disadvantage is that it can be more costly to implement. But I would say in recent times, that cost has gone down drastically. The other inventory system is called periodic. You can probably guess that this one will update a company's records, the company's accounting records at the end of the period, records for inventory at the end of the period. Okay, so a big disadvantage is you are not going to have accurate, up-to-date inventory and does not provide accurate inventory. So nope, no accurate inventory levels. You're not sure how much you have at the warehouse until you go count exactly how much you have of your product at the end of the period. An advantage would be that it is less costly, right? You don't have to have fancy UPC labels at the on your products. You don't have to have a system that reads that. You can just say sold 1 box of, widgets for however much. So you don't have to have a fancy system. Another disadvantage is it can make the company more susceptible to theft. Okay, or what's called shrinkage. It's a nice way of saying theft. Because if something is happening, if an employee is stealing inventory, you're not going to catch it till the end of the period. And by then the damage may already have been done. So in this class, and most intro classes, there is a focus on the perpetual inventory system because it offers advantages and because the majority of companies use the perpetual system. When I was studying this back in college, we had to learn both actually, because it was still about an even split. You still had a lot of the smaller companies using periodic inventory systems and only the larger companies using perpetual. But now with, Apple, the Apple apps that they have for vendor management and all that, it's just so easy for companies to perpetually keep track of their inventory. So that's why all the journal entries and calculations we do in this class will be for the perpetual inventory system.